So this is Penn State, May 5th, 2021. These are the legume plantings on an annual trial. There's 4 reps here. The first rep's in front of me, and then the fourth is where the gentlemen are standing in the back. As a whole, the collection of reps, the first rep, the third rep, and the fourth rep all look like they performed better than the second rep. Here's what we can see from this first rep. We're gonna go from left to right. On the very left is fixation balanza. This is ballady berseem. Right next to this is our new lightning berseem. Looks very good, and you can tell the difference is that there is a significant difference in winter hardiness. Next to these, this is viper balanza, paradonna balanza, taipan balanza. These 3 are our leading hairy vetches. From left to right is A.U. Merit, Patagonia, and Winter King. And these particular plots at this specific time, the Winter King has a little bit darker green color, seems to be a little bit more robust. If we were to take dry matter at this time, they may be equal. It's a little bit hard to tell. But in all the plots, if I go up to the next plot, they're actually in reverse order. So the Winter King is on the left, and it does look like it has a darker green color. Another thing that is of interest is the Winter King seems to actually have a little bit more, the leaves, the petals are a little wider, whereas both the Patagonia and the A.U. Merit have a little bit more elongated leaves. And this particular rep is the weakest of all of them, so maybe just as an observation of which species might do best in struggling soil, we can maybe make some assessments on it. So the first one on the left is taipan, then viper, then paradonna. So those guys didn't really do very well at all. The ballady didn't do well, and neither did fixation. The lightning berseem, at least there's probably more plants out there. Maybe some of the balanzas, possibly, but in comparison, the vetches were the strongest. Winter King, A.U. Merit, and Patagonia from left to right. In whatever is going on in this particular plot of ground, the vetches far exceed the other legumes. So we're gonna walk up and take a look at rep 3 and then rep 4. What we're gonna find interesting in rep 4 is that plot as a whole seems like the whole row of entries does better. It's also weedier, so we get to actually look at what possible weed pressure there is. In this rep 3, we have Winter King over here. Winter King looks great. Next to that is the lightning berseem, and again, it's a very complete plot. Taipan balanza. This is the ballady berseem, and here is A.U. Merit next to Patagonia, and then viper balanza. The viper looks great. Fixation. This is one of the better looking fixation plots. The viper still looks a little bit better in this one compared to the fixation. And then here is the paradonna. We'll go up to the 4th rep now. And this border here is red clover. So if you notice on the 4th rep, these are the Timothy plots. Pretty weedy and kind of just panning down. Even in the borders there's a lot of weeds. So as we look at this plot, it kind of tells us something about what possible weed suppression we might expect out of a species and a variety. First one is the lightning berseem. So looks great, but we would not say it has good weed suppression. Next to it, taipan. Then we have merit and winter king. Winter king again looks great here, and both of them, if you look, pretty good weed suppression. There's weeds in there, but definitely suppressed. Adjacent is viper, and next to that is Patagonia, and next to that is fixation. This is the best fixation plot. So there's fixation, and here is the viper. So on this one, probably about equal. The fixation actually may be a little bit more, a little stronger on this plot. And then here's Paradona and the Ballady. So again, I think one thing to note is I would not expect good weed suppression, winter weed suppression out of the berseems.